Prepare to unleash your darkest fears with 10 disturbing hidden horror movies you can stream right now. From heart-pounding scares to twisted tales of terror, these spine-tingling selections will haunt your dreams. Let's dive right in. Number 10. It Feeds.
I see things. What kind of things?
Psychic psychiatrist Jordan uses her unique abilities to help troubled patients while raising her daughter Riley in a quiet suburban home. But their world shatters when a terrified girl named Isabel bursts into their home, claiming an invisible entity is devouring her soul. Jordan soon discovers Isabel isn't hallucinating, but something ancient and malevolent has latched onto the child, feeding on fear and trauma. Directed by Chad Archibald, this slow-burning supernatural horror leans on psychological intensity, minimal jump scares, and a haunting creature design that's as unsettling as it is mysterious. Number 9. The Bay.
Form evolved.
Go away!
I'm going to show the world.
On the 4th of July in the quaint Chesapeake Bay town of Claridge, Maryland, a celebration turns into unspeakable horror. Told entirely through recovered footage, news clips, cell phone videos, and surveillance. The Bay documents the terrifying outbreak of a parasitic infection that rapidly consumes the townspeople. As bodies rot and minds unravel, a young news reporter's footage uncovers the horrifying truth. The water has been poisoned, and something monstrous now breeds beneath the surface. Directed by Barry Levinson, this found footage eco-horror blends realism with gruesome body horror to create a uniquely chilling experience. Number 8. A Desert.
You call me a liar, 15?
Not really my sister.
Alex Clark, a once renowned photographer, sets out on a lonely road trip across the sun-scorched American Southwest, desperate to recapture the glory of his past. Joined by his wife Sam and a mysterious private detective, Alex chases mirages of inspiration, only to plunge deeper into a haunting neo-noir nightmare directed by Joshua Erkman. What begins as an introspective journey through abandoned factories and desolate landscapes quickly spirals into psychological chaos, exposing dark undercurrents beneath the arid surface. The film's unnerving power lies in its blend of imagery and haunting visuals that mirror Alex's fractured mind, a world where the line between art and horror blurs. Number 7. Dead Male. Set in a grainy sepia-toned Midwestern town, Jasper works as a meticulous dead letter investigator, reuniting lost letters with their rightful owners alongside co-workers Ann and Bess. But when a bloodstained plea for help with no address, just "help me, kidnapped," arrives at the post office, Jasper becomes embroiled in something far darker. As he follows the trail, the film abruptly shifts focus to Trent, a quiet, obsessive synthesizer enthusiast who befriends keyboard technician Josh, only to descend into controlling madness when Josh moves on. When Josh is abducted and chained in Trent's cellar, Jasper and his allies race to decode the letter's clues and save a life before it's too late. Number 6. Splinter. A quiet weekend getaway turns into a savage fight for survival when a young couple is carjacked by fugitives and stranded at a remote gas station. But the true threat isn't human, it's something ancient, parasitic, and hungry. Splinter follows this unlikely group as they're forced to band together against a relentless creature that infects and reanimates its victims, twisting their bodies into jagged walking nightmares. Directed by Toby Wilkins, the film's claustrophobic setting and practical creature effects ramp up the dread, making every splinter of wood and drop of blood a potential harbinger of death. Number 5. Frewaka. A palliative care student named Shu is dispatched to a remote Irish village to care for a reclusive, agoraphobic woman who believes she was abducted by the Na Sidhe on her wedding night. What begins as a routine assignment quickly unravels into a suffocating psychological descent, as Shu becomes entangled in the woman's haunting memories and the village's eerie silence. The lines between myth and memory blur, and Shu must confront her own buried trauma before she too is claimed by the shadows lurking just outside the cottage door. Directed by Iceland Clark, this is folk horror at its most unsettling. Number 4. The Rule of Jenny Penn.
Who rules? Jenny Payne.
After a stroke strips Judge Stefan Mortensen of his independence, he's relocated to a grim, underfunded care home where the days bleed together in a fog of routine and silence. His only solace is his soft-spoken roommate, Tony. But when a long-term resident named Dave begins tormenting them using a disturbingly lifelike puppet named Jenny Penn, the already bleak environment curdles into something far more sinister. As the staff dismiss Stefan's warnings as delusions, Jenny Penn's presence grows bolder, blurring the line between sadistic game and malevolent possession. Number 3. Sayuri. The Kamiki family moves into what they believe is a charming old house perfect for raising their children. But the walls whisper and something cold watches from the shadows. That something is Sayuri, the spirit of a young girl who met a violent end within those walls and whose pain festers into malice. What begins with innocent laughter in the night soon spirals into twisted visions, ghostly apparitions, and a descent into a nightmare that the family cannot escape. The film begins as a slow-burn ghost story and then mutates into a visceral, surreal nightmare where reality itself unravels. Number 2, Humanist vampire seeking consenting suicidal person.
Je pensais que les humains avaient vraiment peur de la mort.
Sasha is a teenage vampire with a heart, literally and figuratively. Born into a family of bloodthirsty predators, she's cursed with a moral compass that prevents her from feeding on unwilling victims. Shunned by her kind and starving, Sasha stumbles upon Paul, a suicidal teen who agrees to be her prey. But what begins as a macabre transaction slowly morphs into a tender, awkward, and deeply haunting companionship between two lost souls navigating the shadows of life and death. Directed by Ariane Louis Cise, this French-Canadian horror tale is a coming-of-age story wrapped in blood-stained silk. Number 1, The Ugly Stepsister. The Cinderella myth is twisted into a haunting tale of obsession, disfigurement, and the monstrous pursuit of beauty. Elvira, the overlooked and scorned stepsister, is desperate to win the prince's favor and her family's approval. But in a kingdom where perfection is everything, she undergoes a nightmarish transformation, submitting to archaic beauty rituals, swallowing parasites, and having lashes sewn into her flesh. Each improvement strips her of identity, leaving behind only pain and a grotesque reflection of what she once was. Directed by Emily Blichfeld, this visceral body horror fairy tale is a chilling indictment of societal standards wrapped in a corset of myth and madness. Here are 3 other movies worth watching. Session 9. When an asbestos cleanup crew enters an abandoned mental asylum, they begin to unravel, haunted by eerie voices, lost patient tapes, and something lurking in the shadows. The deeper they go, the more their sanity slips, leading to a terrifying confrontation with the past. 8 Eyes. A troubled American couple tours post-Soviet Eastern Europe and encounters a strange local who offers to be their guide. But his motives soon turn sinister, pulling them into a surreal nightmare of cults, surveillance, and unraveling minds. Bad Moon.
Come back here, you stupid bitch.
A photojournalist returns home after a werewolf attack in the jungle, hiding a dark secret from his sister and her dog. As full moons rise, the beast within him stirs, and only the family's loyal German shepherd senses the horror to come.